Hello friends, it's Brandi from Artisan Bee Boutique. Today I have a fun little Valentine or love themed junk journal. It's a naked journal designed just for you to make it your own. It comes with a fun pack of ephemera and embellishments, over 100 pieces for you to just kind of have a blast with this fun little journal. I had a lot of fun creating this journal for you so that you can take it and run with it. I just used, basically this is a recycled greeting card. So this one was from Rifle Paper Company, and it was a card that I had gotten at one of their sales, and I loved the way the front of it looked, so I just decided to make a little journal out of that. And so I put together this wonderful little journal with some really pretty details, and you know, the cover and little fabrics and things like that. And then the inside is just a fun mix of all sorts of different kinds of papers, and you know, has lots of texture and character to it. So the packs of ephemera, as you can see, I'm gonna take these out at the end after I show you the journal first. Just so you can see the stuff that's inside these fun packs. This is like Christmas here. It's full of paper and just fun, different assorted ephemera pieces for your journal. And then this one will be inside of that as well. And this just has all of your embellishments and fun little things to play with for your journals, for your journal to make it your own. So I'm gonna put these aside while I show you the journal itself. And so the journal is just a nice little small, as you can see, you know, size wise compared to my hand. It's a very petite journal. Oops, got the ruler upside down. So it measures about 5.5 inches tall by about 4 inches. And it's a single signature, soft cover, again, because it is a card, a greeting card. And so I'm just going to show you around the outside as I usually do, just so you can see what the whole outside of the journal looks like before I open it up. It's got all kinds of pretty trims on it. This is a pink twine tie closure, wraparound tie closure with some white painted wood beads, accents. And I gave you, did a good length here so that you have several times to wrap around. So as your journal expands and gets bigger and fatter and more fun and chunky, you got plenty of room for it to expand there. So this is just what it looks like. So on the, I did this really pretty kind of, it's not really a floral trim, but just like a pretty trim there along the edge. And then it's got like a, kind of like a green embroidery thread type stem kind of that runs up the center there. I don't know if you can see that there. Really cute. On the spine, and I did the same thing on the back, and the back of the card I covered with scrapbook paper because it was just a plain, nothing there kind of card. So plain background, so I just wanted to give it a little bit more character, so I added the scrapbook paper to the back. And then to cover the spine, I used the sewn part, I used a piece of fabric lace, and that's like got the kind of like a scalloped edge on this side and the flat edge on this side, and then I did another piece of that trim up the spine. So it's really pretty. So again, this is just before we start to look at the inside, and the inside will be pretty quick because it's just the papers. I have not done the embellishing or the frou-frou stuff because that is the recipient's fun part. That's their job. So that's the look at the journal on the outside. So let's just take a look at the inside. Again, it's a soft cover but still sturdy because it's made from card material, so you can see it's still sturdy. And I covered the inside of the card with that beautiful paper that's on the back as well. I love this paper, that pattern. And then the inside of the cover has a lovely trim. Again, it's a the heart ribbon, kind of like double-edged heart ribbon here, so those little hearts stick up. And then I did a rickrack in the center there. First page is a tracing paper, kind of like I do with a lot of my journals. I love that tracing paper first page. And I'm just going to flip through so you can see the pages. Lots of places for writing and lots of places for photos and memorabilia. And then the recipient can make their little pockets and tuck spots wherever they choose, you know, from scrap papers and so on. There's just a lot of a mix of fun things all throughout. Vintage book pages, scrapbook paper, or vintage book, writing, coffee stained scrapbook paper, game sheets, vintage recipe book page. This is coffee stained construction paper, scrapbook, coffee dyed paper. Love that wrinkly kind of just rustic look to that piece there. Coloring book page, writing paper, vintage hymnal page. These are from the 1930s or 40s, I believe, these pages. And then coming to the center, we have a big red heart when you pop open the center. I just love how that looks. And it says love right there in the center. And then this was the elastic, it's a pink elastic thread that I used to bind this journal. And then I did some pretty pink and white painted beads, dangles off the edge that can come out from the bottom or out from the top, or one on each side, however you choose. Looks great either way. Just another fun little accent. And then the rest of the book obviously is the other halves of the pages, so I'll just flip through that real fast. You'll see a lot of torn edges as usual in my journals. A lot of my journals have torn edges. I like that. I just like that look and feel, and the different lengths of paper, just for some extra interest, added interest and depth. And your last page. So the inside of the covers, again, I covered them with the pretty rose scrapbook paper, but I left it so that you can make your own pockets, tuck spots, or leave it the way it is, because I really think it looks beautiful just the way it is with the paper pattern showing. But that's the fun of these naked journals, is you get that whole, you know, journal that is just, you know, it's already kind of like sets the mood, sets the tone, but then you get to just take it and run with it and have fun with all the included ephemera and embellishments that you're going to get with this set. So here's just another last look at the journal. That was the whole thing, and all of these lovely pages with all this different, you know, texture and depth and everything to it there. And then we're going to get into these little bags of fun. Just want you to see what this looks like. And if you were just to open this and lay it out flat, that's what it looks like open. I love this, the coloring in this. And again, this doesn't have to be for Valentine's Day. This can be for any love celebration occasion, you know, an engagement, just a beautiful relationship, a wedding, just because, you know, anything like that. It could be a wonderful gift for somebody too that just wants to journal about their love story. And it can also be about somebody, you know, like a couple from the past, like mother and father, or grandparents, or somebody, just their kind of their love story, like documenting their story. And when you're all finished with it, you just wrap it up nice and neat, and looks beautiful, you know, sitting on your desk or end table or mantle. So that's the journal. So let's just take a peek at some of the stuff that's inside. So these are the embellishments or smaller pieces that I've just kind of packaged up. And again, I counted everything that's in the packaging, and there is over 100 pieces included with this. So you're getting all kinds of just fun stuff. And you know, some of it you may not want to use in this journal, and you can save it for your stash for other, you know, other upcoming projects, however you want to do that. It's up to you. So this is just the Tim Holtz, you know, a little flashcard thing, and little Tim Holtz picture of some friends there. And there's just little snippets and odds and ends that you can use. This is just a little clip that I made, like an altered clip there. See if I can zoom in a little bit on this stuff here. Okay. This is just a little like Eiffel Tower. This is actually a sticker ephemera. That was a printable. I'm trying to, you know, when I make these journals with the ephemera packs, I'm trying to run with kind of a theme, you know, whatever the theme of the journal is, and just add things that will just make it super fun for the recipient to just play with and have fun with. Just there's some little fabric scraps here and there that you can just kind of use those to add to your, you know, whatever you decide to make out of it. Got a burlap part there and some lace, scrap lace. Just little collage tiles and odds and ends here. Got a sparkly chipboard star there. And this is just so fun. It's just like a little glass vial with some little pink hearts in it. Just a fun addition. You could make a really fun dangle for the front of your journal with that. And of course I'm including, you know, little safety pins and just fun things that you can use for that as well. A little safety pin and a pink tassel, and then a plastic, kind of just fun safety pin. Little tags for personalization. And just, you've got a bunch of different paper clips here. I chose to go, instead of the distressed ones that I usually include, I'm doing pastels or colors that I thought would be nice for this journal. So I just kind of picked an assortment of colors for that. And some pink and white pony beads. And some little gems. And again, plenty of stuff here, maybe even too much for this journal. And the fun part of that is you get to add it to your stash. Fun little miniature clothespin there. And then this little charm that I made. I had this little charm piece, and then I just cut the paper that coordinates with the back of the journal, that you can use in that journal if you'd like, or you can give it as a gift, maybe on a necklace too. If you're giving this gift or if you're giving this journal as a gift, maybe the recipient make a necklace that matches or something like that with that. That would be a cool idea. So that's the embellishments, smaller parts. And then here we've got a bag full of just paper fun for you to play with. Whoever gets this journal is just gonna have so much fun with it. It's a blast. So just again, you know, sweet or love or Valentine or whatever is the theme that we're going with. So Hershey chocolate printable there. And we got a lovely lady here. Keep those in a separate pile over there. And we've got some corrugated cardboard hearts there. Journaling card. There'll be scrap paper offcuts that you can use for just decorating or tags or whatever. Little tag there, another little printable. This is a vintage 1-cent postcard. Never been used. Just some offcut papers that you can tuck in. Use this for extra journaling. Some tags that you can use these to alter, you know, stain them or play with them, just have fun with them. A little piece of felt This is just fun for, you know, added texture. Maybe you can make a pocket with that. And just some scrap, you know, like vintage book page scraps, things like that. A little cupcake card. That'd be a great tag that you write on the other side. Some scrap vintage sewing pattern there. And that's a little write-on wipe-off. You can actually write on that with a, you know, like dry erase marker. Some scrap writing paper. Some vintage inspired ephemera. A little pink flash card, pink and white. Vintage guest check. Vintage 1950s Scrabble dictionary page. The larger, you know, pieces will be folded to fit in the, you know, pack and keep shipping down. That's just some coffee stain paper and some more vintage reproduction or vintage inspired ephemera and scrap papers. Coffee stained. So as you can see, you have more than enough to play with in this for this journal. So this stuff would be fun, you know, just to kind of take what you want for this journal and then add to your stash. This is just a coffee stained coffee filter that would, you know, in a junk journal makes a great tuck spot or pocket. Just a fun thing to play with there. Vintage bridge game score sheet. That's also another bridge game score sheet. Those are from the 50s. Just a fun piece of kind of silver fancy paper there for you to play with. A cherry pie recipe card. And this is a fun vintage, I'm not sure the decade, it doesn't have a date on it, but it's a fun vintage, just love, it looks like a wedding card. It was given to somebody as a wedding or on the occasion of a wedding. It says, as you start your life together. I just thought that'd be a fun little romantic piece to add into that. It's an old Hallmark card. This is from my personal collection. And it's signed there so you can see that. It's kind of like a parchment type paper, I think. But you get that in there too. Let's see. Some just blank cards for writing. Some more little ephemera. It's another vintage recipe book page. Another vintage hymnal page. Stuff just keeps falling out from in between the other pieces, so you can see you're getting plenty for sure. Like I said, all together with all the papers and all the embellishments, over 100 pieces. I think I might have messed up and lost count at some point, but I know it was over 100, I can tell you that. And just a blank envelope that you can use to either store your ephemera pieces in or add to a journal or however you want to do that. This was just kind of cut from or you know, recycled from a Christmas card. I'm sorry, not a Christmas card, a Valentine card. Just a cute little heart pattern there. And that's that. That is your ephemera pack. As you can see, the recipient of this is going to have so much fun. Going to get tons of stuff to play with. A beautiful little journal to get you started. This is especially fun if you're new to journaling, like these little, these books. And I decided that, you know, not every journal I make should be fully done for you. And like, it should be something that you can feel like, oh, I'm inspired to create this journal and to add to this journal. Not everything's already done, what's there left for me to do? So I decided to start doing this kind of line of journals where I make the journal and you decorate the journal. So I put together the bones for you and kind of like decorate the cover a little bit, but just leave so much to your imagination. So you have this sweet little journal to start with, and then all of this fun to play with when you are ready to get started. So that just gives you so much inspiration there. I know if I was new to journaling or I was just starting out, this would be definitely something that I would, you know, be interested in getting me going, like that inspiration that I need to get me going and get me started on my journaling journey. So that's it for that. Again, over 100 pieces of just mishmash, fun pile of paper, ephemera, vintage and vintage inspired, and embellishments of all sorts, and then there's a fun journal. And this journal and kit, this bundle will be available for purchase very soon. I've already got the photos done and everything, so I'm getting ready to list it in my Mercari shop, and I'm going to put the link to that in the description of this video. And then also there is a button at the top of my channel that says Mercari. You can click on that and go straight to my channel and see what else I've got for, you know, available journal wise. So that's it for this video today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed just kind of taking a peek at this fun little starter or inspiration journal for, you know, kind of in the Valentine love theme. And if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, for all those who have been here and who, you know, take the time to comment and give me input. I just appreciate your kind words and just your interaction with me. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and click the little bell, or ring the bell, so you can get notified when I post new videos. That's it for today. I hope you all have a wonderful day and stay happy and healthy today, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for stopping by.